Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. And this video is to bring you a closer look at the Dur Red 15-inch pressure intensifier. This is it's a piece of hardware called a pressure intensifier. You might call it a shock or a lifting mechanism. The factory calls it a pressure intensifier. This is a very specific size used for a very specific application, meaning when it comes to roof hatches, there is a direct relationship between the size and the weight and the material type and the hardware that's been engineered and tested to be used on it. This item specifically is used on a normal stair hatch made of galvanized steel. This would be for like a 3-foot by 7-foot sort of model. It would not be. It would be normal to see multiple such pressure intensifiers on a unit like that. This happens to be a 15-inch size, and there are other sizes that are directly related to other size roof hatches. So the bottom line is, when it comes to determining which one you need, it's very likely you're going to have to send us photographs so that we can work towards either a bill of materials for the item to determine what was used when it was manufactured, or factory guidance when it comes to identifying the part that you need. But this video is going to serve as visual and dimensional evidence of this 15-inch pressure intensifier. So you're going to get a set of tubes, an inner and an outer tube, telescoping tubes. There'll be holes drilled on the outside ends total for attaching to the top, to the bracket that's mounted to the lid, to the underside of the lid, and then the mounting bracket to the side wall. You're going to get 2 springs, one short and one long. You're going to get some washers, and you need all of these pieces to make it work. Here's how you make it work. But first, let's go over the dimensional properties of every item, because you might have one and these dimensions may help. Overall length of the top tube or the larger tube is about 15 1/8. And then the smaller tube, the lower tube, is about 15. Give you the outside diameter of both of these items. The larger of the two has an outside diameter, an OD of 1.504. 1.504. The smaller one has an OD of 1.386. 1.386. Your larger of the 2 springs, about 16 1/4 overall length. The smaller of the 2 springs, about 8 1/4 overall length. An outside diameter of the larger spring, 1.162, 1.162, with a wire diameter of 0.186, 0.186. The shorter of the 2 springs, I'm saying smaller, but the shorter, 1.138, 1.138, with a wire diameter of 1.1, pardon me, 0.149 wire diameter. The washers, since we're here, the thickness seems to vary. They're, maybe a 5/16 fender washer. Not sure. 0.080 thickness. The outside diameter, 1.27. 1.27 diameter. ID of the hole, 0.349. Now, the assembly of this material, according to the manufacturer, very simple and straightforward. What you're going to do is washer inside put them together. Drop a washer down. It's going to rest down here at the bottom. Okay, and the idea is that you're then going to run a bolt through there, and the washer is going to be where the spring sits, which is next then the long spring. Then another washer. Yep. Then the short spring. Then obviously at that point, we're going to want to do another washer. So you've got 3 washers. It's hard doing it just on my desk. I can't imagine doing it up on a rooftop. You got your springs. And then, for instance, you have your washer captive in there. Then you'll run your bolt through there. And then when it goes under pressure, obviously the bolt that's going to hold it together is going to keep it all together. It's of course not uncommon to have to replace something. This material with time, with service over the years, will certainly be something that may get damaged, may get vandalized, otherwise worn out, I suppose. I don't hear instances. What I really hear is the hardware being removed and then not replaced, or removed and then lost, is what I hear the most of. The item itself weighs about 3 pounds, the total item. And again, the purpose of the video is to give visual and dimensional evidence of the item to help you determine if it's the proper item. You have to eliminate all the guesswork when it comes to the pressure intensifier that you're putting on your unit. The best way to go about that, if there's any guesswork involved, is to take photographs of everything. If there is any label or serial number on the sidewall, capture that as well and send it to us, because the factory is very responsive when it comes to answering questions of this nature, and they tolerate the questions very well. You know, roof hatch manufacturers, I wouldn't find it difficult to understand that they want to sell roof hatches. Selling parts, you know, not so exciting, I suppose. The fact of the matter is, Dur Red has proven to be very tolerant of making sure that the client gets what they need, and incredibly responsive. So if you have a unit manufactured by them, depend on our ability to work with the manufacturer to get you the right product. If you have any questions on their 15-inch pressure intensifier or any other Dur Red product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.